I cannot forget the events of that night. For a 7-year-old girl, it was just too much for one night. Just before 10 p.m., when I was 7, my mom got a call. My parents were just about to sleep when the call came in, but I was already half asleep. It was Grandma's caretaker. She had called to inform that Grandma, who is her mom, was terribly sick and worsened every minute. Grandma was fairly old and had lived an accomplished life, but no matter the person's age, nothing really prepares you for the worst. Nothing really justifies it. Mom and Dad got up to go check up on her. I was half asleep, but I've been woken up by the call. I could hear them debate for a while about taking me to go with them, but in the end, it was just dismissed, saying I should be fine and that they won't be long. I didn't want to bother them, so I just laid there still. And just as they prepared to go out, another call came in, still from the same person. I peeped through the sheets and saw panic in Mom's eyes as she reached out for the phone. She understood what the second call may be about, and for a moment she stared at the phone, then at Dad, and back at the phone. My dad then signaled to Mom to pick it up, to which she did, and then our fears were confirmed. Grandma had just passed away. That was the message. My mom's jaws dropped. She became numb. Instantly, she was devastated. And I also. We were very close with Grandma, and I felt my spirit crushed. Nonetheless, Mom and Dad walked out into the light, and I lay there sleepless, twisting and turning, contemplating my grandma's passing. But the horrors of the night were not over. I didn't know it yet, but I was about to become the next victim of the night. Having laid sleepless for more than an hour, I was just about to doze off when I heard something that would wake me up fiercely. A loud sound of breaking glass from the kitchen is what I heard, and then 3 footsteps. Just 3, nothing more. After that, complete silence. I was terrified. I covered myself tightly with the blankets and wrapped myself up like a burrito. My heart was pounding so loud that I worried it would be audible to the intruder. I lay there helpless and hoped to sleep. When I finally did sleep, it wouldn't be long. I began to feel like someone was standing right beside me and watching over my head. And as they usually say, if you have a nightmare or a dream feeling like someone is staring at you, it usually means someone really is. I woke up and panicked as I unwrapped myself to see who is watching me. No one was there. I breathed a sigh of relief, but the relief would be short-lived as I began to hear footsteps walking towards the bedroom from the kitchen. The steps were slow and deliberate. They were also heavy, as though a giant was walking. I jumped out of my bed and hid beneath a pile of boxes that Mom always complained they made a mess, but never really did anything about them. Slowly the door to the bedroom was opened, then closed. I felt a cough rushing to my throat. The urge to clear my throat was agonizing. I had never been that scared before. A monster was in my room while I was all alone at night. I tried to get a look at him through a gap in between the boxes but couldn't reach for his face. I could only see him from the... He was standing still. He stood still for minutes as though he waited for me to flop. And then, as I looked in the dark, a glint of a large knife was in his hand. Am I going to die? Is he going to kill me? I couldn't help but wonder. I waited to meet my fate. I waited to meet Grandma on the other side. The man stood looking in my direction, and then it happened. He closed the door behind him on his way out. I couldn't even be relieved at this point. I lay there frozen, wondering if he saw me at all, and if he did, why he didn't kill me. What did he want? Maybe this giant man doesn't kill kids. He only came for what he came for. I fell asleep right there, and I was woken by Mom shouting my name all over the house, only to find me sleeping beneath the boxes. As she asked why, I was not hesitant to tell her the full story. My mom was devastated by the news. Yes, sometimes when it rains, it pours. Sometimes calamity doesn't strike once. First, it was the saddening news of Grandma, and now it was me. My mom's spirit was crushed, and she swore to never leave me alone in the house again.